Well, the Tamar Valley National Landscape is one of the most wonderful parts of the southwest in terms of its landscape and its historic value. It's made up with a network of river systems, fantastic steep wooded valleys, all leading into a huge estuary. Tamar Valley National Landscape's role is to work with our partners to protect the environment, both for the wildlife and for the communities that live in it. The team is a small team. This is where it's really important we work in partnership. One of the big ones we have is the Tamara Landscape Partnership, funded by the National Lottery Heritage Fund and supported by Cornwall Council and Devon County Council. The aim is to have a landscape that works for both people and the natural environment. We can really achieve a huge amount working together, working with landowners and farmers.
The Farming in Protected Landscapes programme has given us the resources to support farmers and landowners and communities to deliver projects on the ground which strengthen the links between landowners, the landscape, communities, community life.
FIPL has actually delivered 118 projects since it started in 2021. There's been lots of opportunities to support the restoration of hedgerows, the creation of meadows, new orchards and improvement to soil health, so really key agricultural outputs, but also lots of opportunities for volunteers to get involved.
The national landscape here is a living landscape. There's a very large number of people living in the area. There are communities depending on the landscape, a working landscape. Change is going to happen, and our role really is to provide the guidance and advice on how those changes might take place. We have a planning officer. Louise's role is, when applications come in or when policy changes are proposed, to look them over and check that they aren't going to undermine the characteristics of the national landscape, so change can move forward in a way that is in harmony with the national landscape itself.
Nature work continues to grow in the national landscape. This year, a colleague of mine has been leading on a dormouse project, working with local volunteers to survey for dormice, and so we'll continue to look for this elusive species, very cute species. We're part of the Tamar Invasives group with the Environment Agency, Natural England, Cornwall Council. So it's been a particularly busy year for the group. We've continued with the giant hogweed control programme, which has been really successful. We've also extended that work over many years into the lid, and none were found on the lid this year, which is great.
We've focused this year mainly on the river health of the lower Tamar, the lower Tavy and the lower Liner catchments. We've worked with nature-based solutions to improve the health of these rivers, which included things like leaky dams, riparian planting and reconnecting the rivers with their floodplains. The works we've done at Luckett Stream slow the flow of water, allow the sediment to drop out, which then reduces the amount of water flowing over the mine site below, in which there's a lot of metalloid contamination, so it improves the cleanliness of the rivers and their health and the species that thrive within them. It's science, collaboration and nature working hand in hand.
This year we've continued improving access across the Tamar Valley, working with the Tamar Community Trust, local parish councils, land managers, volunteers and many other members of our community. We've installed accessible gates at Kit Hill, benches at the Calstock Wetlands, an all-ability picnic bench with fabulous views at Drake Walls. These small but important changes mean more people of all ages and abilities and from all backgrounds can experience the valley's beautiful viewpoints, woodlands and riversides.
Over the last 12 months, we've got some new facilities at the Tamar Valley Centre. We've got the Information Centre at the front, which is all about engaging with the community and why we're here and what's important about the landscape. We've also got some new hot desking facilities in place, which are to help our partners and our staff and the community feel more connected to the business centre here. It's more accessible and inviting to people so that they can come and connect with our landscape and the work that we do here.
One of our real highlights this year, and it's been a challenge, but we've got there, is the Calstock Ferry. We have the Tamara Coast to Coast Way, which is another part of our improvement of access to the Tamar Valley, which crosses the Tamar at Calstock, but at the moment you have to go by train to get across the river. So we've introduced a trial to reinstate the Cowstock passenger ferry, which used to run in Saxon times, goes way back in history, and it is 100% solar powered. As part of that, we converted the old ferryman's shed to put solar power on the top. This is a really nice community project combining heritage, innovation and sustainability.
Community engagement is at the heart of what we do in this project, and the Tamar Valley River Festival attracted over 2,700 local people. We came together and we celebrated the river, its culture and safeguarding it into the future. River Explorers took local school children, both secondary and primary school age children, out to our local waterways to experience rivers and river life firsthand. And in our Natural Connections project, we've been working with local communities over the last year, taking over 220 participants out and around the Tamar Valley to benefit their health and well-being.
The North Side South Side Heritage Storytelling Project over the last 12 months has been finalising the work of the last 3 years in a number of workshops, both independent workshops with Cowstock Primary School and Tavistock Youth Cafe, but also a joint workshop at Buckland Abbey in the spring of last year, looking at the heritage of the Tamar Valley, so mining, railways, market gardening, and the importance of the river. The children and the young people have loved doing all the various artwork and the storytelling work. And what this does, it shows the children that Cowstock or Tavistock hasn't become Cowstock and Tavistock of today without being shaped by the past. So it's really important that the children and young people understand that history has shaped the village and town that they now live in. This then culminated in 3 week-long exhibitions at Coteal, Buckland Abbey and Tavistock Library, where over 3,000 people visited the exhibition.
The vision and ethos behind our Nature Connects podcast and the Tamar Talks was to engage and connect a broad and diverse audience and just really celebrating the landscape that we have. Listening and hearing the voices of people from the valley, from our farmers, our volunteers, our conservationists and artists. We've been delighted with the outcomes of the project. We have welcomed over 150 visitors to the Tamar Valley Centre for the Tamar Talks. The podcast to date, we've had 1,300 downloads and over 1,000 listeners, which has just been absolutely amazing.
The purpose of the Tamara Trainees programme is to get people upskilled to make certain they've got the knowledge, the qualifications and the continuing professional development, which makes them more employable within the Tamar Valley. They've been working on biodiversity, they've been working on climate, they've been working on introducing beavers, they've been working on the practical skills of plant operations. So it's skills which are required within this area, and it's been really successful. This has been the largest cohort, but they've all been enthusiastic, and it's been a fantastic opportunity, and the people we're working with have been fantastic people, and so have the host organisations.
I hope that the film we've just seen demonstrates the huge amount that can be achieved through partnership, working really effectively together. In that way we were able to make a more resilient community for those people that live in the Tamar Valley National Landscape and to help protect that environment.